I'm Avita, number 15, and I'm a forward.
I'm Camilla, number 14, and I'm a forward.
I'm Julia, I'm number 13, and I'm a guard.
I'm Adriana, I'm number 2, and I'm a guard.
I'm Kylie, I'm number 23, and I'm a forward.
I'm Keegan, I'm number 21, and I'm a forward.
Good evening and welcome to Foxborough High School and the Foxborough Lady Warriors 2026 Senior Night. Tonight, we are proud to celebrate 6 incredible seniors who have given so much to this program. But before we honor our Lady Warriors, let's take a moment to recognize the 2 seniors from Mansfield High School joining us tonight. Number 10, Caitlin Troilo. And number 30, Allie Copy. And now let's turn our attention to the senior athletes of the Foxborough Warriors. Senior, Abida Abdul Latif. Abida is a member of the National Honor Society, Art National Honor Society, and an active member of Student Council and MCA. Next year, she plans to study psychology on a pre-dental track at the university or college yet to be determined. She's accompanied by her mother, Elham, and 4 younger sisters, Sabira, Saima, Iman, and Isma. Next up, senior Julia Atkinson. At FHS, Julia is a part of the National Honor Society, National Art Honor Society, Best Buddies, and Student Alliance on Mental Health. Outside of school and sports, Julia volunteers with Foxborough Youth Soccer and works at the YMCA. Next year, Julia plans on going to college to major in nursing. Julia is joined by her mom, dad, and brothers, Michael and Joe. Next up, senior captain Keegan McGuire. Keegan McGuire with her parents Heather McGuire and Colin McGuire and brother Colin McGuire. Plans to go to UMass Amherst in the fall. She enjoyed being president of the History Club and loves being involved with Best Buddies. Next up, senior captain Camilla Burton. Camilla Burton is joined on the court tonight by her mom Estelle and dad Jeff and brother Logan. In addition to playing at the basketball team, she plays field hockey and lacrosse. She is actively involved in numerous clubs and also serves as class council vice president as well as National Honor Society president. She also enjoys working at Mirror Boutique. After high school, she plans to further her studies in the health sciences field with a college decision still pending. She loves spending time with her family and friends, enjoys to travel, and a fun fact about Camilla is that she has her boating license. Next up, senior captain Kylie Sampson. Kylie will be joined by her parents Mark and Ann and her 2 sisters Lauren and Ashley. Kylie is a member of the SAD Club, Best Buddies, and National Honor Society. In the fall, Kylie plans to major in nursing at an undecided college. And finally, senior captain Adriana Perazzo. Adriana Perazzo is accompanied by her father Tony, mother Lisa, and younger sister Gianna. Her older brother Anthony is currently away in college. Adriana will continue her academic and athletic career at Western New England University, where she will major in health science and compete as a member of the women's basketball program. Once again, welcome to Foxborough High School for tonight's game between the Mansfield Hornets and your Foxborough Warriors. This contest is being conducted according to the rules and regulations of the Hockomock League and the MIAA. Please be reminded that we expect fans to be loud and proud. However, the MIAA, Hockomock League, Mansfield, and Foxborough expect you to cheer positively. Please show your appreciation by demonstrating good sportsmanship.
Foxboro Cable Access, Cable 8 Sports presents Foxborough High School girls basketball. Tonight, the unbeaten Foxborough girls have a rematch with the team that gave them their toughest challenge so far this season, the 11-6 Mansfield Hornets. Hello, everybody. I'm Mark Farinella, bringing the play-by-play. Alongside is the former tight end of the New England Patriots and the co-host of Patriots Fifth Quarter post-game telecasts, Christian Fourier. Christian, I am glad to be teaming up with you tonight here at Foxborough High.
Yeah, even though it's basketball, you okay? You're going to give me a shot even though it's basketball, right?
Absolutely.
I won't say touchdown. I won't say first down. I won't do any of that stuff. I'm going to keep it all hoops.
I know you've done this before, so I know you'll be fine on this. They're announcing the starting lineups. Let's go down to Todd Kaiser for the announcement of the starting lineups.
Number 22, Maggie Vallette. And number 23, Sadie Jablonski. And now, for your Foxborough Warriors, coached by Lisa Dones. Number 5, Alasia Drummond. Number 13, Julia Atkinson. Number 14, Captain Camilla Burton. Number 23, Captain Kylie Sampson. And number 2, Captain Adriana Porazzo. We ask, if you are able, could you please rise for the singing of our national anthem by Camilla Burton, Naomi Aguavivas, and Emma Hootling.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming in the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome back to the Foxborough High School Gymnasium. I'm Mark Farinella. Christian Fourier is alongside, and we have basketball for you tonight. The senior night events have taken place. Christian, the last time these two teams met back on January 16th, they were both unbeaten in league play.
Okay.
That game ended in a 46-44 win over Mansfield, but since then, they've kind of gone in different directions. Foxborough 16-0 and 14-0 in the Davenport division, and they've clinched their fourth straight division title. Mansfield has gone 3-4 since, but they've won 2 straight, and they're hoping still for a long tournament run. I think this is going to be an exciting game between these two arch-rival schools.
Yeah, I know. Mansfield coming in with a little bit of confidence. It always helps to kind of get into one of these big games. Big night for all the seniors here in Foxborough. We got a decent crowd, too, I have to say. older gym, but it gets loud in here.
Mansfield travels pretty well, too. Of course, I'm an old Mansfield boy, so I have to say that. Lisa Downs is starting some seniors. Among the normal starters, the two people who are normally out there are Adriana Perazzo and Alasia Drummonds, numbers 2 and 5, respectively. Camilla Burton will jump center tonight, and also Kylie Sampson. I forgot she's a normal starter, too, but also starting is Julia Atkinson tonight. So we'll see how long Lisa goes with this combination. The opening tap goes to Perazzo. Perazzo gets it back from Drummonds into Burton in the middle, gives it off to Perazzo. This kid can score, Christian. I know you've seen her before, and she is definitely a fun one to watch.
Yeah, I tell you what, along with her and Elijah Drummonds and Rihanna Rice, too, both can hit that shot.
Burton almost, with a walk, looked very, very close to it. Baseline drive, they're going to get it back out. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Perazzo, 3, no good. Rebound fought for, and it'll be slapped out of bounds by Caitlin Troilo of Mansfield. It will be Foxborough ball. They've got a fresh clock.
Yeah, good clean shot right there. Just kind of just wobbles in and out, but good look. Never get angry at somebody taking a nice clean look at it, and just so I call that a good miss, Mark.
Adriana got 36, I think it was, at a game at Stoughton the other day, and Alasia Drummonds drives baseline to the basket, and Foxborough leads 2-0.
Real clever right there with that move to the basket. Fakes like she's going left, and then she goes right to the rim.
Caitlin Troilo double teamed here on the sideline, but she does get the pass away to Sadie Jablonski. Troilo gets it back. Sophie Klang will take the stop and pop. That will fall, and Foxborough is now tied with the Hornets at 2-2.
It's going to be, this is going to be a real tough physical game already. You can tell Mansfield's not giving them anything easy.
These two teams have been in a lot of close games, and Foxborough trailed almost the entire game the last time they met and finally came on strong at the finish. In the corner right now is... Now the pass out, rather, and the shot is missed by Perazzo, and out with the ball is Maggie Villette, the sophomore for Mansfield. Looking to Maddie Boyle, gets it across to Jablonski, who gives up to Troilo. Troilo is their leading scorer and their heart and soul. Baseline drive and a foul. Oh, no, out of bounds. She stepped on the end line. So it will be Foxborough ball. 6:20 left here in the opening quarter.
And it looks like Mansfield is going to press. Right off the bat, first inbounds.
That helped. That worked for them the first time these two teams met. All right, Perazzo out top. That's a good shot for her, the 3. Straight on, a little bit of a no arc on that one, unfortunately, and the rebound is grabbed by Jablonski, and she will give it off to Caitlin Troilo. Troilo averaging almost 18 points a game for the Hornets, and maybe has a chance to make it to 1,000 if she has a long tournament run, but there are a lot of teams that would like to interrupt that, as the steal is done by Kylie Sampson, and Perazzo now has the ball over on the far sideline. She will take it. Oh, almost dribbles it off her leg. She'll take it out top. 5:38 left in the game clock here in the first quarter. 20 on the shot clock as Alasia Drummonds banks one off the glass for 3. She has all 5 of Foxborough's points.
I think she's one of the most underrated, dangerous players on this team. Like, whenever she's singled up, she's either getting to the hoop or she's spotting up and shooting it like that. I don't think she called bank, though. We're going to give it. We're going to let it go.
Sophie Klang's pass is taken away by Drummonds. Up ahead pass to Perazzo, and she will score easily. Adriana having a great season for the Warriors this year, no question about it. All right, here's Maggie Villette. Takes a stop and pop, no good. Rebounded by Boyle. Boyle will look underneath with Jablonski, off the glass and in. So the Hornets are trying to counter as best they can, but it is 7-4 right now. Foxborough in the lead here in the about midway through the first quarter, and it's moving pretty quickly. All right, Perazzo up top, being covered closely by Klang. Gets it, rolls it to Drummonds. Drummonds tries to go baseline, spin move, and she travels.
Yeah. Seemed like she wanted to pass it out to
Adriana.
Adriana.
She looked like she was looking out. Well, she ran into some pretty good defense. The one thing the Hornets do play is defense. That's been their strength, is keeping teams from scoring on them this year. They'd lost their best player of the season for the season, Sophia Foley. There's a kind of a guard forward type of player. That shot by Troilo is no good, and the rebound is picked up by Camilla Burton. Here comes Perazzo down the court very quickly. Perazzo will throw it off will try to get it off the glass, but there's a foul.
Yeah, that'll work. Listen, I know she's and here's Alasia right here. Now, this is a nice little move. See this? Like, you think she's handing it off, but she goes right to the basket, uses the left hand. I see the JV girls run this play all the time.
That's part of the program.
They got like a couple different options for it.
Yep, Adriana makes the first. That foul was on Maggie Villette. That was her first. And now we're going to see the other veterans come in. Gia Perazzo, she's a veteran. She's only a freshman.
Freshman veterans.
She's already playing at a high level. And Adriana makes the second one. Foxborough in the lead, 9-4 here. Oh, they did get the score bug up. I was hoping they would. All right, and a steal by sorry, I'm sorry. I just had a quick blank there on my thing. But there's Perazzo. This steal was by Sampson. You know, I should remember her sister scored 1,500 points here. Okay, Rihanna Rice has the ball, gives it back out to Gia Perazzo, over to Adriana, right side. Back to Drummonds up top, looking for Rice. Rice with the left hand, yep. No. And travel the call. But, yeah, that is her strength.
Yeah.
You picked up on that pretty well in your first game, I noticed.
Yeah. Now, here we go. This is a college-style three right there that Drummonds had.
These kids can shoot from distance. As we have a steal here underneath it, Perazzo, Adriana gives it off to Drummonds. The shot's no good, and the rebound is picked up and batted away. Good defense by the Warriors. Perazzo up top. Adriana, I should make that distinction here now that we've got two of them in the game, and she gives it to her little sister. That's slapped out of her hands, but she recovers. And Adriana has it. 20 seconds on the shot clock here as Mansfield is going for the ball a lot. Perazzo moves it over to the right side, goes inside to Sampson, gets it back out. Three-pointer, no good off the glass, and rebounded by Rice.
And there's the left hand.
Rice, uncontested rebound, and she puts it in.
They count the same, Mark.
That they do.
They count the same.
11-4 is the score. The Hornets come back up the court. Klang with it, gives it off to Troilo.
I tell you what, like, and Foxborough has missed a bunch of shots. You know, Mansfield's had some opportunities. When they get their possession, they either miss it or they don't get the rebound on the defensive side, giving Foxborough extra opportunities.
Villette is tied up. The possession arrow will give it to Mansfield. A couple of subs coming in for the Hornets. Sophie Klang will inbound the ball to the left of the basket as she's looking at the court. Gets it out to Gabby Rogers, number 34. She's a sophomore. Mansfield's asked a lot of its sophomores this year with the injuries. Jablonski gets it out to Troilo. She almost walked, then she gets tied up, and so that tie-up will go to Foxborough.
I thought they were going to hit her with a foul on that one because she grabbed her arm, but I don't think either one of them saw it. Now watch Rice here coming off late, right? Nobody's even looking at the ball. Ball goes up. Oh, there we go.
Quick pass down.
Action.
There we go. Quick pass down to Gia Perazzo. Now comes back out to Drummonds up top. 2:04 left here in this first quarter, and it has moved quickly. Pass intended for Sampson is stolen away. Hornets have it. Troilo brings it up. Quick pass ahead to Klang. The runner at the baseline, no good. Jablonski with the rebound gives it to Rogers for three. That doesn't go. Rebound fought for. Haley Reardon fought for it with Sampson. Sampson won the battle. All right, Drummonds with it across the midcourt. Again, slapped away. Hornets have it. Fast break by Haley Reardon. She is fouled by Sampson on the way in. Sampson's first foul, first on the team.
Now we'll give you Rihanna Rice's putback. You can see uncontested rebound, hits the backboard just right, really in the right spot at the right time. An easy two.
Haley Reardon will be at the foul line for the Mansfield Hornets. Again, one of the very young kids that have to work ahead of schedule for Coach Heather McPherson. Missed the first one. Naomi Aguas-Vivas comes in for the Foxborough Warriors, and she has been on a tear lately. She's really gained confidence, both offensively and defensively. Reardon gets the second, and it is 11-5 Foxborough. 1:30 left here in this first quarter. Perazzo brings it up. Gives it off to Drummonds.
Oh,
no,
good
rebound
rebound.
underneath by Aguas Vivas. Gives it back out to Drummonds.
There you go.
Drummonds gets it.
You don't want to give her a second look at it.
And that was a three-pointer. I thought she was close to the line, but she was good for three on that. Foxborough now showing some pressure. Troilo breaks the press, gets it across. Troilo loses the ball, though. A little cavalier on the dribble there, and she gets it out. Foxborough now has the ball back with 56 seconds left in the first quarter. Drummonds out top, will take it to the right side, gives it off to Adriana Perazzo. Perazzo seeing the cut by Rice, but it was saved by Jablonski and picked up by Reardon, and the Mansfield Hornets have the ball.
Ooh,
and there is a foul. There's some contact between Drummonds and Gabby Rogers, and Drummonds will get the foul. That will be her first, and that will be the second on Foxborough, but that won't be in effect in this quarter with only 32.9 left. Mansfield will have the ball on the far sideline. Full clock. Troilo has it, being marked closely by Adriana Perazzo, stolen by Rice. Up to Perazzo. Perazzo to Rice. Rice with the left hand again, and she scores.
Yeah, that whole possession was set up by Perazzo with good defense. Gave Rice the opportunity to get that steal.
All right, Sophie Klang brings it up. 18 seconds left for the Hornets. Can they get a basket? And we have a foul here. And let's see what it is. Because I was away from the ball, so I didn't quite see it. And they put it up on the board as they haven't put it up on the board yet.
Yeah, shoot. No, it's on the floor.
Oh, no, there it is. It is on Gia Perazzo, and that's her first and the third on the team. Underneath, rebound, no. Jablonski's shot didn't go. The ball is loose. Rogers and Rice. Rice touches it last. 8.7 seconds left. 16-5 Foxborough here in the first quarter. Coming in is one of the bright spots in the younger class here, Olivia Foscaldo for Foxborough, number 11. She showed some real defensive skill and occasional pop in a three.
Yeah, she's got a great defensive mindset, and you really shoot from the outside.
Troilo gives it off. Rogers is going to have to take the three. Almost. It does go. It gets to the rim and gets the friendly bounce. Gabby Rogers finishes the quarter with a three, and the Foxborough. Let's take a look at it, Christian.
Yeah, this is, listen, perfect timing. Gets a generous bounce right here, but it still counts. Nice and soft off the back end, off the front end, and it falls. Listen, that was huge for them because that first quarter, nothing was working. A couple looks at the basket, bad defense, bad rebounding. So they're down, 8 points right now?
16-8 is the score,
so
Foxborough.
I would say, based on whatever Lisa Downs told her team, based on the first time they played against each other, how they ended that first game is how they started this game.
Absolutely. So Christian is here, folks, not just because everybody knows who he is, but because he's also the proud papa of Hadley, an 8th grader who's currently on the JV team, and certainly nice to see her out there. I did watch a little bit of the JV game and saw her running up and down the court. But, of course, Christian's got some other youngsters in the college ranks, and I have followed his daughter, Cameron, ever since she went to Bishop Feehan and then went to Binghamton University. She transferred for her senior year at UNH, at University of New Hampshire, which is where she is now, currently averaging 5.1 points and 3.3 rebounds a game for the Wildcats. She had a high game of 19 points against Green Bay back in November. You got to be proud, Christian.
Listen, the most impressive thing about that kid is that she's a two-time captain as a junior and as a senior. That's the most impressive thing, at least as far as the dad goes.
Hornets missed their first shot here in the period. Adriana Perazzo being covered closely by Sophie Klang. Perazzo gives it off to her sister.
That's going
now
up.
to Foscaldo for the three, and she is fouled in the process. And you're right, she will get 3 shots.
A little late on the shot, though, too, which kind of allowed the defense to kind of close the gap, and she still puts it up and falls right in the defender, falls right into her.
That's Gabby Rogers first, and it'll be the first on the team for Mansfield in the quarter. Of course, they get 4 fouls, and then on the 5th, everybody shoots 2. That's just like the WNBA, and all of basketball in Massachusetts has run that way now. I kind of like it. I like the reset of the fouls.
I've been watching high school basketball here forever, and I think I just found that out the last game I called. I was like, wait, what?
It's relatively recent, though. I will say that. Olivia hits her first.
Here's the Lasers three-pointer right here. Had the corner. That was after a miss on the other side.
Foscaldo's second doesn't go, but she has another. You gotta love the sound that they have. They have a microphone up there on these baskets, and you can hear the thwip.
I love it. I love it. It feels like I'm watching the NCAA tournament.
They do a great job here for Foxboro Cable Access. Olivia makes 2 of 3. It is 18-8 Foxboro here early in the second period. And Sadie Jablonski has the ball to bring it up. She tries to pass it to Troilo, having some trouble. 27-26. She does get it across. Troilo will get it over on the corner there to Reardon. Reardon is fouled by Adriana.
That's 2 quick ones. Right, 1 on the first, 1 on the second to start the second.
Well, they only have 1 on the board on it up there, so might have been somebody else who got that other one. I missed one myself on that first.
No, she has 2. I think she has a total.
Well, they only have 1 on the board for her.
Okay. Well then, home cooking.
Yep. Sophie Klang will have to go back for it. It was knocked out of her hands. She is again being covered closely by a Perazzo. That one was Gia. Troilo to the corner to Reardon. Rogers at the 3-point circle on the right side will take it into the 3-point inside, and rather goes to Troilo. They're down to 10 seconds on the shot clock. And a foul underneath. That will be on Mansfield, I believe. And that foul is on number 23, Sadie Jablonski. That's her first, and that is the second on the Hornets in the period. Foxborough inbound, Mansfield showing press. But they back off it pretty quickly as Adriana Perazzo takes it right to the foul line and dishes it out to her sister. Her sister gives it out to Rice. Rice is going to make that swooping drive, but they figured it out, and Jablonski knocked it away. Here comes Sophie Klang. Klang stops and pops, and that will drop in.
That was a nice shot.
Sophie Klang has played extremely well in the last 2 weeks, and that was something that Heather McPherson was really hoping would kick in.
I really like the way she aggressive to the basket, but slowed it down back to first gear, just tapped it in there, and even though it wasn't a great shot, it rolled in.
Foscaldo for 3. Bounces and rattles around at the top of the rim, and that will be out of bounds, and it'll be Mansfield ball. Sophie Klang started exclusively as a 3-point shooter. Now, she's only a junior, and she worked during the summer, because I go see all these kids play in the summer. She worked on the summer so much on developing the shorter range shot to be able to do the stop and pop, make the move, get a better shot, and it's now paying off for Mansfield.
Yeah, my lesson or message to any parent out there, I was like, 3-pointers are cool, everybody shoots them. Learn to shoot at mid-range, and that'll be the difference in everything that you do.
Now I think Adriana might have 2 fouls. Let me see what we have. Yes, she does. That was her second foul, and that's something for Lisa Downs to be a little concerned about.
She's looking at the bench, but I don't know. Sometimes I sit there and go, okay, so what? You have 2 fouls. What makes you think that you're going to get the 3rd foul?
Well, the good players usually know how to play with fouls. So Troilo, and then she's still giving her the elbow a little bit, though, if you noticed.
Yeah.
Okay, inside to Villette. Villette spinning, looking for something to do. She's made 2 revolutions and then gets it out.
Got me dizzy.
Gives that out to Troilo. Troilo over the right side takes her stop and pop off the glass. No good. Rebounded underneath by Villette.
They're chipping away at it now, down 6.
18-12 Foxborough with 5:35 left here in the second quarter play.
It's good poise by Mansfield. It felt like it was kind of getting out of hand, but they fought back and made this a lot closer.
Adriana's drive doesn't go, and then the rebound is slapped out of the hands of Gabby Rogers by Naomi Aguas Vivas. It will be Mansfield ball. Naomi's current surge is really something that's nice. It's fun to see. She's a feisty kid. I love listening to her interviews when she comes on, and she is really just letting the natural talent come out now.
And she just sang the national anthem before the game too, so you know she ain't shy.
All right, Maddie Boyle has the ball for Mansfield up top now. Boyle's a dangerous 3-point shooter. You think that as a tall, skinny kid, she might not be, but she is. But the drive is by Rogers. That won't go, but she is fouled on the way in. I think it's on Sampson, but we'll catch it when they announce it. Nope, I was wrong on that one. That was actually on Foscaldo, and that is her first foul.
It's a good, strong drive to the basket.
Gabby Rogers at the foul line. That one's going to bounce high. They almost are getting the bounces on all their shots right now, but that one doesn't go. Foxborough by 6. Both of these teams do great battle against each other.
Yeah.
They really do. All right, Rogers, a sophomore, will dip and shoot. Doesn't go. Rebound slapped around, and a tie-up.
Gets the jump ball.
Yep, tie-up between Rogers and Drummonds, and it will be Mansfield's ball on the possession arrow. Coming into the game, back in now is Sophie Klang for the Hornets. I don't mind telling you, Christian, it's a little hard sometimes to swallow the hometown favoritism, but I love this Foxborough program too.
No, my daughter's been in this program since she was 3. So she's had camps here. She's gone to Lisa Downs' camps. You know, we've been heavily involved with all aspects of the sports here.
Gia Perazzo trying to put a move on her defense, doesn't get it. Goes back out to Rice, now to Drummonds up top. Drummonds. Good move on Boyle. She'll put up the runner. It will fall off the rim and is rebounded by Jablonski. Jablonski's been a hard worker on the boards. Doesn't score a lot, but she does get those boards. The drive by Sophie Klang is good, and she'll get one.
I can't tell you the last time. I'm not sure when the last time Foxborough actually scored, Mark.
They have not yet scored in the period.
They have not? Okay, good. So my instincts were correct.
You are correct there, sir.
So the number hasn't changed at all.
No, it hasn't. And so that foul was on Naomi Aguas-Vivas. That's her first. Team's 4th in the period. And at the foul line is Sophie Klang. She gets to complete the 3-point play, and it is now 18-15 Foxborough, as the Hornets have had a pretty good run here so far in this period.
Yeah, Foxborough's got to just kill this drive right here.
And you can see the Hornets
one shot.
You can see the Hornets have stepped up their defensive. I figured they were going to get caught on one, and Sophie Klang did get caught on the reach on that one.
You know, reaching once is okay.
Yeah,
reaching
the
twice,
second time,
I'm not gonna let
exactly.
you reach twice.
So that's Klang's first, and that'll be the 3rd on the team here in the period. And Heather McPherson pleading the case. Heather is a feisty little one, I'll tell you. She played for Mike Redding when he was the coach of the Hornet girls. She was a longtime assistant for him, and when she finally got the job, she's done a great job so far with Mansfield and keeping they've had a winning tradition for a long time. Just haven't been able to get over that hump with the powerhouse here in Foxborough in the division.
Forcing it now. Foxborough panicking a little bit. Shots are easy.
Drummond's tried to put that one up. The pass back to Villette.
Nope.
Doesn't go. Jablonski with the rebound gets it out to Klang. Slapped away by Gia Perazzo. Will be Mansfield ball.
So everything that Foxborough was getting away with or having success with in the first quarter, like all those drives to the lane or somehow aren't as quite as open as they were to start the game. Contesting every drive and every shot.
The pass goes out to, it is finally corralled by Jablonski. The shot by Troilo does not go, and the rebound by Aguas-Vivas. Home run pass going down to Gia Perazzo. Now she gives it off to Rice. The left-handed move.
Can't defend it.
Boy, I'll tell you,
if
you see it enough, eventually you're going to figure out how to stop it.
Can't defend it. She's got a nice little arc, so regardless of where the defender is, they just can't quite get their hand on it. And if they do get their hand on it, they're going to foul her. But
nice.
Quick answer by Mansfield.
Great pass by Klang to Jablonski, who is open on the other side of the lane.
It's going up.
That one is no good. And the rebound again by Jablonski. She will get it out and stolen away by Gia Perazzo. Perazzo will go to the basket, put up the lay-in and in. Gia connects on the steal.
Yeah, good effort on that play. Didn't give up on it. Found a way to make a difference.
It took almost 5 minutes for Foxborough to get its first points, but now they may have awakened the sleeping giant here.
They're a lot more aggressive now.
All right, Troilo with the ball. Gets it to Villette on the left side. She'll take it into the paint. She'll look to get it out of there and does on the baseline to Troilo for the little beautiful jumper, uncontested. Troilo with her first basket of the game, which is somewhat unusual too. 22-19 Foxborough here. 2:16 left in the quarter. Drummonds gives it to Rice. Rice tries to go to the other side for a change, and now will give it back to somebody and gets it to Naomi Aguas-Vivas. Over to Drummond's right side. That's a nice shot for her. Doesn't go though.
They're just not
and again,
for her right
Jablonski is cleaning up the boards tonight.
Yeah. Well, I mean, out of the girls that Foxborough has on the court, I mean,
she's the tallest one out there right now.
She's the tallest and the most physical, too,
yeah.
I would say.
Yeah. That's the one thing Foxborough doesn't have is a lot of height.
No. Yeah, they got a lot of speed, and they're tough. But they catch somebody who's got some height to them.
Drummond's with the rebound on the miss, and the pass down, it does not go to Kylie Sampson, and it will be out of bounds.
Yeah, you're right. That's the one thing I look at. Oh, so here's this Perazo steal, and watch. Plays the ball, grabs it. I actually steals it twice, doesn't get credit for it twice, and I let this little just kiss it off the backboard.
Only 4 points for the Warriors in this period so far. Hornets have the ball. They're facing some pressure. Allie Coppy will take it across the line. She's in the game for the Hornets right now. Gives it to Sophie Klang. Klang has it slapped away by Adriana Perazo. You can't sleep on either of those kids defensively.
Yeah, they're real handsy too. They know
and
somebody's bleeding.
I think we do have Sophie Klang. Probably looks like she's got a nosebleed. It looks like. Yep, that means you got to come out of the game and make sure that the uniform's clean too, and the MIA rules. So she's going to be out while they stop the bleeding, literally. And going into the game is, let's see who they have out on the court. I think I wasn't sure whether Troilo was out. I think. Let's take a look at this one.
Oh, here's Rice's layup. That's what I mean. Like, the left hand is so strong. The angle is so tough to defend.
Troilo has the ball out top for the Hornets. 14 seconds left on the shot clock in this possession. Jablonski. Troilo, 5 seconds left. She'll take it to the foul line, gives it to Coppy. They're not going to get a shot off. They do not get a shot off. 35-second violation. You don't see many of those ever since they added the extra 5 seconds.
Yeah, a long time.
It is. It made a difference in the game. It really did. Frankly, I wish they'd go back to 30 myself, but
I would like to see more possessions personally.
All right, Adriana Perazo takes it across. 51 seconds left here in this first half. We'll talk a little bit about some basketball for a little time in the second half, just to keep everybody happy here. The shot by Foscaldo's no good, and the rebound is by Troilo. 39 seconds left for the Hornets. Pass up to Coppy. Gives it to Reardon. Back out to Troilo. Troilo being covered very closely by Perazo. She gets that shot off, but wild. But Reardon with the rebound, no good. Hornets rebound again.
Oh, no.
Coppy comes in, and she will be.
That was a good call.
It'll be a tie-up.
That was a good call.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that was. I'm surprised that ref saw it because he had his.
It's a tough angle sometimes, right in front of you. All right, Coppy will inbound the ball from the left side of the end line as she's looking at the court. Coming back in for the Hornets is...
Somebody's got to go out.
Yep, and I think now Coppy will come out, and they do give Gabby Rogers the duty of inbounding the ball. She gets the pass almost in, but it's bounced off the hands. It goes right to Troilo, though. 15 seconds left on the ground. It's going to be a tie-up. And it will be Foxborough ball with 11.2 seconds left in the half. Foscaldo will inbound. Hornets looking to try to get a steal. They've done a pretty good job of battling back, though, it being only a 3-point game right now. Inbounded to Perazo. Now, this kid can shoot from anywhere, so you got to watch out for her. She's thinking about it. Takes it over to the right side. Shot does not go. She's on the ground. Nobody, no call. Lisa Downs thought there would be something there, but that's the end of the first half. And the Foxborough Warriors have a 22-19 lead over their arch rivals, the Mansfield Hornets. Christian, your thoughts about what you've seen in the first half so far?
Well, really, I mean, hate to throw out a cliche just to start, but a tale of two halves, of two quarters, really. First quarter, you can obviously see it seemed like Mansfield was a little bit tight, wasn't hitting any of their shots, giving Foxborough multiple extra possessions. And then you look at what happened in the second quarter, completely opposite. Foxborough couldn't hit any of their threes. They were a little reckless and careless with handling the football. Super Bowl just happened on Sunday. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Just happened on Sunday. Yeah, but listen. If Mansfield doesn't get that run, if they don't go on that run, like this, it could be telling a different story right now.
Yeah. In fact. Mansfield outscored Foxborough in that second period 11-4. So that obviously they got out to a great start in the period. Foxborough finally breaking the ice with about 3 minutes left in the period for their first basket, and then they got another one as Rice had that swooping left-handed move of hers that she does all the time, and then Gia Perazzo had one. So here at halftime, I just want to go over a couple of things quick, and then we'll take a break for all the music to play. In the Hockomock League right now, the girls basketball standings, we almost have 2 champions. Foxborough, of course, did wrap up the Davenport division. They have a 4-game lead over 3 other teams. Foxborough at 14-0, Mansfield 10-4, North Attleboro, the surprise team of the league this year, definitely 10-4, and Oliver Ames is 10-4. Canton 3-11, and Stoughton 0-14. In the Kelly Rex division, Franklin has clinched a share of the title over there at 11-4. King Philip still nipping at the heels a little bit, but I don't think they're going to have enough time to get that back. There's only 1 game left for Franklin. KP has 2 games left. They are at 11-5, and I don't expect KP to catch them, although it might end up being a tie in that division. Taunton is 7-7. Milford is 6-9. Attleboro is 4-10, and Sharon is 1-13. And I've always checked the MIA power rankings at this time of year because they've come out, and they've been coming out since the end of December. Actually, they started really early this year. We've got a week left of basketball before the actual pairings will come out. The cutoff date for qualification is on Tuesday, February 19th. And before that, we've got the Foxboro Warrior Classic here. And I'm fortunate I'll be calling a couple of games in that for the Foxboro Warriors. I'm happy to be doing that every year. But I've been tracking the power rankings all season long, and right now we're at the stage where they're not changing very much. So now we're getting an idea of who these teams might play. Foxborough dropped from 2nd to 3rd this week. It was just a matter of numbers. Mm-hmm. It's not that they lost anything or anything. They're just 3 teams at the top that have been shifting positions all the time. Right now, if the season were to end tonight, and of course it won't, they would await the winner of a preliminary round game, which was number 35 Shepherd Hill against number 30 Plymouth South, and that would be at Plymouth South. Mansfield is 12th in Division II right now, and they would entertain number 21 Newburyport in the round of 32. And the Hockomock League is well represented. 11, 12, and 13 are North Attleboro, Mansfield, and I'm trying to remember who the 13th team was. King Philip's in Division I. I think Oliver Ames. Yes, Oliver Ames was number 13.
There you go.
That's right. So right there in the middle of the pack, but with first-round games at home, and that's what you want, at least one home game in the tournament to get you onto hopefully a nice little boost. Foxborough, again, if they can get to the number 2 or number 1 seed, they'd have home game practically all the way, which is something that's very important for them. And obviously in a nice run going. Just quickly, their next games, Foxborough will get a chance to dictate a little bit more about who's going to be second in the Davenport. They will be playing North Attleboro in their last game of the Hockomock League season. That'll be on Friday night, 6:30, and that will be over at the Kenny Pickering Gym over in North Attleboro. And the first game in the Warrior Classic at the lovely hour of 12:45 a.m. because I got to do the other game beforehand, I think, will be against Watertown. Watertown, a very good team in Division III. They did play each other in the tournament last year. Foxborough won big, and but that'll be the first game. The other participating teams are Worcester South, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm blanking on the third team, on the third of 4. But they have some. Worcester South is number 4 in Division I right now. So they've got some good power coming into this tournament, and that'll be interesting. Mansfield has its own tournament where they've got teams like Natick coming in. Natick is number 10, I think they were in Division I. Westford Academy right near it, so there's going to be some toughness there. Their last league game will be at Canton on Friday night, and they're hoping that they can pull in a little bit higher, but nobody can catch the Warriors. And
so you've seen all these teams.
Absolutely,
you're in it. Your boots on the ground.
Absolutely.
Give me what do you think their toughest test would be? Like, who's the most dangerous team when the tournament starts?
Tournament begins. Well, first of all, Whitman Hanson is a very strong team this year. They are the number 1 ranked team. And then they bumped St. Mary's of Lynn up to Division II this year, to Division II from Division III. So both Foxborough and St. Mary's came up at the same time. So
St. Mary's is the same division as Foxborough.
Yes, they are.
That's a fun gym to play in.
They did lose a lot of their players from last year, though, and I think that they lost most of their height. But they still put a good program together. But they've had some great scraps over the years in the tournament. A memorable one a couple of years ago at UMass Boston, where Foxborough eliminated them and then went on to win the state title that year. But it should be. They got to get through the lower numbers a little bit first, and there was always some pitfalls there. The one thing I worry about a little bit with the Warriors is that if they run into a team with a big girl who can score and can defend, that could be a bit of a problem. But they've got so many other weapons. If Alasia hits from outside, if the Perazzo sisters come out and do what they can do, obviously we've seen Adriana. She has the capability of hitting 30 or more. So I think the Warriors are still in a good position to get to probably that neutral site just before the end of the tournament.
Yeah, that would be like where luck may have something to do with how far you go based on the matchup.
That's as far as they got last year, as Norwell got their revenge for being beaten in the state championship game the year before over at Taunton High School last year. Norwell eliminated the Warriors in the state semifinal. Let's take a quick break, and we will be back in a couple of minutes for the second half. Again, the score right now, Foxborough 22, Mansfield 19. Welcome back to Foxborough High School, the Foxborough High School gym, the home of the Foxborough Warriors, girls and boys. I'm trying to find a boys score tonight. I'm Mark Farinella bringing the play-by-play of the girls game tonight against Mansfield. Christian Fourier is at my side. And we have a few seconds left before this game will restart here. The Warriors are leading the Hornets by a 22-19 score. Let me give you quickly the scoring leaders for both teams. For Mansfield, Caitlin Troilo had 2 points. Haley Reardon had 1. Sophie Klang leading the way with 7. Maggie Villette with 2. Sadie Jablonski with 4. Gabby Rogers with 3. And for the Warriors, 4 points for Adriana Perazzo, 2 points for Gia Perazzo, 8 points for Alasia Drummonds, 2 for Olivia Foscaldo, and 6 for Rihanna Rice. And that's where we stand right now. 22-19, a low-scoring game, a defensive battle, as Maddie Boyle will inbound the ball right in front of us. And we are back underway here. Third period action. Caitlin Troilo and both her and Perazzo, you usually expect them to be in double figures by now. Boyle will take the pass, trying to get inside to Jablonski. She keeps it on the ground and gets it to Boyle, but stolen away by Jablonski. Now we're going to call a tie-up. That could have been a foul there somewhere.
Yeah, no, we call it a jump ball.
And the possession arrow obviously indicates Foxborough after the opening play.
Yeah, so, I mean, listen, I know it's a jump ball, but to me it's a turnover, so that was an aggressive defensive possession by Foxborough to get that ball back.
All right, Gia Perazzo will get it out to Kylie Sampson up top. Sampson gets it to Drummonds on the left side. Drummonds with the roll, and it goes off the rim and down. That was a great break to the basket. It will go out of bounds. It'll be off Foxborough, and it'll be Mansfield ball.
Yeah, that's I know Drummond. You give her that opportunity for that shot. She's making that all the time. She's just got to see one go in.
Hornets try to get it up quickly, and they do. Sophie Klang out top gives it back to Troilo. Foxborough gets back defensively. Foxborough does that very well. The drive and the block from behind as Klang went to the basket and Rihanna Rice knocked it away. Well, I don't know if my friends over at Mansfield Cable Access had trouble getting the game on tonight, so I haven't been able to give you a score of the Foxborough-Mansfield boys game yet. Underneath, Maggie Villette will do that spin pivot again. And now she's going to drop it off. Doesn't get the basket. Rebounded by Sampson. Gives it off to Perazzo. Adriana takes it across the timeline. Mansfield back defensively.
This feels like the Patriots Seahawks Super Bowl. This is a possession defensive battle right now. The
only thing missing are the punts.
Yeah. Well, there
Perazzo's
you go, right there.
Goes in. 6 points for her in the game. And that one will go out of bounds right in front of the Foxborough bench, but it will remain Mansfield ball. Mansfield sometimes vulnerable to the press. It depends on where they get the ball and where they take it. Sometimes they get trapped on the sidelines, and you don't want that to happen.
You got him.
Villette is trapped over there. Now she's got to find somebody to get out to. She does get to Jablonski. Villette gets it back. Now over in the corner to Klang for three. No, off the rim. Jablonski up and in.
Wow, good rebound.
Nice rebound. Exactly.
If I'm Mansfield, the one advantage I have is number 23, Sadie Jablonski. Like that's the difference maker right there.
Well, Adriana scores again, so she's up and ready to go for this one. Somebody took a spill right in front of us there. Jablonski has it, gives off to Boyle for three, bounces high off the rim, rebound fought for, comes down to Gia Perazzo. She starts the break. Gives it off to her sister. Her sister will move it to the middle of the court. Now Gia alone on the right side. Oh, that was dangerous. And Jablonski gets the rebound, slapped out of her hands. Rice has it. Nice play there by Gia Perazzo to knock it away, and Rice converts.
Yeah, the energy just shifted to Foxborough side on the last two possessions. And loose balls, fighting for the loose balls, even though the missing shots, grabbing rebounds.
And a timeout call by Heather McPherson on the Mansfield sidelines. Heather is in her. Let's talk about Christian. Go ahead and talk about this one.
Now listen, good hands by Perazzo right there, and Rice gets the rebound, fights through it, and then gets the finish. I mean, I'm surprised there wasn't an and one on that one. They hit her hand. For a freshman, she's showing a lot, and she had to come and play when Bryn Allen got hurt. It was next girl up, and this has been the case for Rihanna. She has shown her that she's ready to go in that. Heather McPherson's in her 6th year as the head coach of the Hornets. She is 84-49. That's a .632 winning percentage. Lisa Downs, of course, 15th year as the head coach, 268 and 68, 798. I wanted to get over that 800 mark. She's very close to it. There's some more replays for us, Christian. Yeah, here's Adriana. Here's the first one right here. Great put in. Tough angle, too, on the shot. And here comes the other one. A little pause in a setup. That's an even tougher angle. Yeah. When you hit that baseline and you barely have any glass to hit it, to knock it off the backboard.
She loves that little runner or that little short heave like that.
Yeah, those are tough angles.
Gia causing some havoc for Sophie Klang, and Klang will get to the floor. The ball is loose. Rice will pick it up. Rice will go to the basket again. Nice defense by Foxborough again, creating a turnover and the opportunity for Rice to go in for the layup. 30-21 Foxborough, and again, the Hornets are being a little frazzled now by some strong Foxborough defense.
Yeah, Mansfield went into the locker room with a lot of energy and momentum, and they left it in the locker room. And Foxborough just picked it up, and it's just, you can tell they're a little upset with the way they played in that second quarter. Totally different team.
Adriana way out, probably like 25 to 26 feet there, so I don't think she's going to take that one. She'll walk it around to the top.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet against. I wouldn't bet on
She can hit it. She can hit it. And she's still looking at it, and they're not really right on her, but she's going to take it in, give it to on the corner. That was her sister, no good. That was Gia will get it right back. She'll take another one. That one doesn't go. And Gia finally doesn't get the rebound as she tried to bump Troilo off the play. Troilo having trouble with the dribble. Again, they were on the sidelines. They were trapped, and Gia has a breakaway and will score. 4 points for Gia Perazzo. She's done some good work, though, in this period so far in terms of creating errors for the Hornets.
Yeah, a lot of points for Foxborough in this third quarter off turnovers. It's getting a lot of easy baskets off broken plays and turnovers.
Warriors up 11 here as the Hornets have the ball, looking to respond. Klang in traffic, gets it out to Troilo. Troilo will make the spin move, and she is fouled by Perazzo, and I think that will be her third. Adriana.
I know we're not supposed to be critical of the refs, so I'm just going to say
reasonable questioning.
As far
as I'm concerned, I'm not upset with that. Third foul.
I've seen worse.
Third foul on Adriana as Caitlin Troilo will go to the foul line. First one is good. Only 3 points for her in this game so far. As a couple of substitutions, Foscaldo and Aguas Vivas come back in for the Warriors. Troilo averaging 18.3 a game as she comes into this one. So obviously Adriana especially has done a great job on her so far in this game, but the 3 fouls now are a concern. The second shot does not bounce in, and Rice goes up for it.
A strong rebound.
Sampson pass up ahead to Aguas Vivas. She'll take the turnaround 3 and hit it. Naomi.
That's a big shot.
Wow, her first 3 points of the game, and that was huge. 35-22. Warriors, 3:34 left here in the third quarter, rather. Klang has it up top, looking for the cutting Rogers, gives it to Reardon over the basket for the 3, no good. Rice with the rebound. Aguas Vivas up to Drummonds. Drummonds will look back into Aguas Vivas. She is hit off the ball. Yeah, there was contact, but they didn't call it as Jablonski knocked it out of bounds, and it will be Foxborough ball, 28 seconds on the shot clock.
This is the as they tell us from the truck. Naomi hit this one from Cleveland. I'm gonna go Westa. She hit it from Westa. Am I saying that right? By the way,
that's pretty close.
Is that close enough?
That's close enough.
I'm from California.
Worcester.
I should know how to say these things.
Worcester. You've been here long enough.
I know. Longer than I've lived in California.
Rice gives it back to Drummond's top of the key. I still say key, even though it hasn't been a key since the 1950s. Drummonds will make the drive, puts it high, doesn't go. Rebound is fought for, and Kylie Sampson comes away with it. Resets the play. Into Rice. Rice will make the move, goes left hand. Now, scoop with the right, rather, that time, and it was rebounded by Jablonski. She's being attacked. She will get the ball out to Klang and then back up to Rogers. Rogers has it for the Hornets. Gets it in to Klang. The shot, the roll, stop and pop.
Nice shot.
That's what she worked on all summer. Sophie Klang with 9 points for the Hornets right now, but they need a little bit more help. 35-24, Foxborough in the lead. Drummonds to Foscaldo. To Rice at the foul line, and a foul. And that might be on Troilo, I think. Let's see what they say. No, well, let's see what they put on the board. 34, number 2. That is the second foul on Gabby Rogers, is what they have up there. Adriana Perazzo will inbound from the baseline, gives it to Drummond's open alone, and she's never going to miss that shot. 10 points for Alasia.
That was nice.
First player in double figures tonight. No, I'm right. I take it back. Rihanna Rice is had 10 as well. So 2 players with 10 for the Warriors now. Hornets have the ball in the forecourt. Klang to Reardon. Reardon looking, gets it to Troilo. Troilo looking to make that move. She does get a runner off, and that's going to go. That's a nice shot for her, too.
That was pretty. I had a great shot from that. That was beautiful.
Foxborough trying to push the ball quickly. Adriana will dribble behind the back and step out. Set up the play. 1:38 left here in the quarter.
All right,
Rice.
Here comes. Don't tell me she's got a turnaround jump shot from the mid-range.
That's one thing she should develop.
She'll be adding that to her bag.
As a freshman, she's got plenty of time to develop it. Right, and that will be a foul on Troilo, and she doesn't believe it. As she tried to get the ball away from Perazzo. Looked like she had it. I've seen worse contact in this one so far. That's Troilo's first. That's Troilo's first foul. Let's take a look at this one.
Watch how clever this is, right? We're just going to act like we're going to give it to Perazzo. No, I'm going to go this way.
Everybody going the wrong way defensively. All right, Perazzo, right side. What a stare down going on between her and Troilo. She'll get the runner off, no good. Rebound fought for. Rice kicks it out to Sampson, now to Rice on the right side. Over to Sampson, she'll try a 3 from there. Off the rim, no good. Jablonski is fouled from behind by Rice. And only the first on Rihanna, so that's actually some of the Foxborough's key players. They're spreading the fouls around, other than Adriana, who is playing with the 3. So Foxborough shows press as Gabby Rogers will inbound for the Hornets. Does get it, and I heard Heather McPherson trying to call a timeout there, but she didn't have to. As it turns out, they didn't give it to her. And on the sidelines, and I think we have a foul there. That could be on Drummond's. I think it is.
Yeah, team third team foul.
Yes, it is. Hornets again will inbound now from the far sideline, right in front of their own bench. Gabby Rogers will get that duty. Gets it into Troilo. Troilo will take it back out top to Klang. Klang again trying to make a move on Perazo. Now Reardon will go into the lane, gets it out to Villette. Nice pass and a nice shot over there, about a 14-footer maybe 12. And so that shot by Villette goes. And here come the Warriors up quickly. Again, Mansfield back defensively. 37-28, 9-point lead for the Warriors. The first one was a barn burner, but Mansfield had the edge for most of that game. Oh, and that will be a clear foul on Sophie Klang, who reached and got caught there.
Yeah.
So that will be the second foul on Sophie Klang, and that will be the third on the Hornets in the period. Adriana will inbound to Alasia Drummonds. Drummonds, a little fiddle-diddle, as Johnny Most would say. The three doesn't go, but the rebound slapped out, and that was the end of the period all of a sudden. I lost track of the time. It was going back and forth so much. Foxborough with a pretty strong defensive third period, and they have the lead, 9 points, 37-28. Christian, your thoughts?
Listen, it's still a game now. We saw what happened to Foxborough, how they started the first quarter and how Mansfield ended the second. And it's kind of like they're similar halves so far. Strong third quarter by Foxborough, hitting a lot of shots, being real aggressive on defense, and Mansfield really just trying to play catch-up. But the last two possessions for Mansfield really made a difference. They were able to get some shots in. They were able to get a couple stops, and, of course, Foxborough couldn't hit that last one to end the quarter.
Christian, well, we got a couple of seconds here. I know that you teach a sports media course at Bryant University now, and we're one of our 1,000-point scorers here at Foxborough. Holly Grinnell attended there years ago and then ended up scoring about 1,400 points there. You brought 10 students to San Francisco's Moscone Center, where it was the media headquarters for Super Bowl 60, and they set up on the famed Radio Row. Well, I know those days of Radio Row, and they produced their own program during that week. Well, that must have been a thrill for those kids, I would have to say.
Yeah, and I got to give them credit. They worked their butts off. We had 10 kids. We created 3 shows. We had a show called No Huddle, The Four Wise Men, and Beyond the Row. So we really hit every single aspect. And Radio Row is hectic. It's chaotic. There's a million people there. Everybody's trying to get interviews. Man, they grinded. They hunted for content and hunted for guests. I was really happy with the outcome.
It is contained chaos in that room. And I tell you, that must have been a great deal, though. I mean, as somebody who went to school for journalism years ago, I had the opportunity to work at a newspaper in New York, Binghamton, New York, where your daughter played basketball. And, it's great to have that experience in the arena, as they say.
Yeah.
All right, Hornets have the ball here to start the fourth quarter. Looking inside to Jablonski, gets it back out to Boyle. Boyle hasn't had a chance to uncork one of her threes yet today either, I've noticed. Down to 8 seconds on the shot clock as Klang will get the runner off. She has been deadly with that tonight.
That's a good strong take to the basket and a great finish.
11 points for Sophie Klang for the Hornets. 37-30, a 7-point lead for the Warriors as Alasia Drummonds pulls it out top. And almost knocked away from Perazo, but she controls, gets it back to Sampson. Over to Gia Perazo in front of the Foxborough bench. Gives it off to Alasia. Drummonds will make the move in, and the scooping shot. That was terrific.
That's a tough shot. She really needed that one because she's been missing on her drives and missing on her three-pointers and her mid-ranges. That's got to help her feel pretty good right now about her confidence.
I would say that is a patented Alasia Drummonds move, too. As Troilo goes in, tries to get the runner. The rebound will be knocked out of bounds. And I believe it's going to be off a Warrior. I thought it was off Jablonski, but somebody got to it as well.
It's almost like handing the football off to a fullback, the way they protect the football, the basketball, and then hit straight to the basket.
Jablonski looking for the reverse hook, stuffed by Block, and that's going to spring Gia Perazo. She is fouled at the other end of the court by Troilo.
Yeah.
I guess that goes down as the good foul because first, the kid didn't get hurt, and second, now she's got to earn the points at the foul line.
Yeah, no, good foul if I'm coaching this Mansfield team. Make them earn it. It's still early, relatively early.
Gia Perazo go to the line for 2 and gets the first, and that was the second foul on Caitlin Troilo and the first on the Hornets. Let's take a look.
This is a great block by Rice, and you just see she's just waiting on it. She's got real long arms.
Yes, she does. And 2 free throws by Gia, and she now has 6 in the game, and the Warriors are up by 11. Hornets bring it down. Troilo. She has not had her shot opportunities from outside tonight. She is a deadly three-point shooter, but she's been covered closely. The same thing with Boyle. They're shutting off her shots as well. Now Klang goes down, and that's what they will call a travel.
Yeah, that's a turnover. That's just as good as a turnover. The defense created it. And watch this, Alasia Rice. Watch this. Watch the way she grabs this ball like a running back. Last second. Drummond, sorry, I said Rice.
Drummond's is fun to watch. She really is.
That's going up.
That's a three-point attempt. That doesn't go. Rebounded by Sampson, though. Ran out under it. Now Foxborough has another possession. Adriana for three. That one was off right from the start. So that rebound now goes down to Maddie Boyle, and she will try to get the Hornets down there, but the pass is errant.
Yeah.
The Hornets are panicking a little bit right now.
Yeah, Mansfield can't afford to lose these possessions because of careless passes, and you know, they need every single possession. With the time at 5:49 right now, down 11, they're going to have to get a stop and then absolutely hit on their shots.
A pass into Rice from Drummond. She'll get it back out, and they'll send it back out top again to reset.
And, of course, Foxborough's in no hurry. Adriana
Perazzo has it. 16 seconds on the shot clock for the Warriors. Rice gives it off instead of taking the shot, and then that shot by by Gia, no good. And the rebound, and we have a foul. And that is on Sampson, I believe. Yes, it is. And that is her second foul. And that is the first team foul on Foxborough here in the period. 5:23 left. Mansfield will walk the ball up. Everybody gets in their places. Troilo takes it to the left side. Again, good job by Sampson of sticking with her. The baseline shot no good. The rebound to Adriana Perazzo. She'll take it. Thought she was going to take it coast to coast, but streaking along with her was Drummond's, and Drummond's got the pass, and that's a timeout basket.
Yeah, that's a good timeout. You gotta let them know how important these last 5 minutes are. So this is a great steal by Perazzo.
And
here
also,
comes Drummond's.
She could have probably gone in, but I think Villette had it walled off pretty well, and so as a result, the good pass, and she knew where her teammate was, and that's Foxborough basketball there, Christian.
Yeah, really no, it was. I mean, listen, you want to draw the foul and get some extra looks at the free throw line. Sure, but the easy bucket was the pass and the finish by Drummond's.
Foxborough has outscored the Hornets 6-2 here in this fourth period so far, and that's why we have a 13-point lead for the Warriors as we are at 4:59 left. And like you said earlier, there's a nice crowd here tonight. A lot of people showed up for this one.
Senior night. All the signs up top. I see my daughter. She made a sign for Adriana. All the younger kids, all the JV team. They get here early. They got here early today. Stayed late. Had to run to practice. Come back. Play their game. Decorate again. So I like the fact that Lisa Downs creates this atmosphere where, like the young kids are paying it forward and appreciating the older kids. And now when they become seniors, now they get the same treatment.
The other thing, too, I like is that this is a whole family type of affair. And the basketball family, I mean, a couple of the kids who work the cameras, they played in the JV game.
Oh, I love it when they work the camera.
And to tell you the truth, they do a great job.
Yeah.
They really do a great job. Inbounding is Allie Coppy. She will get it to Troilo. Coppy will get it back. 3 Warriors lagging behind, but they do not trap this time because they do get it across. Rogers almost walked with that, and he loses the ball. It will go out of bounds, but they will say it off of Sampson. She doesn't believe it. But
I saw it though. It was a good try. It was a nice switch on the defensive side though. She actually guarded 2 people at the same time and got the turnover.
Again, Coppy looking to inbound it. She does get it to Villette. Villette's brother is on the boys basketball team and was the quarterback of their football team. That's a well-known family over in Mansfield. A lot of Villettes have been athletes over several generations. In fact, she gets the ball back and stolen away, but there will be a foul there as Gia got it, but let's see what they're calling. They're going to call it on Villette, I believe. Yes, they are. Her second foul. Maggie Villette's second foul, and that's the second on the Hornets in the period. So Mansfield showing press. 4:22 left here in the fourth quarter. Again, Foxborough's already clinched the Davenport, but it's always good to beat your arch rival. Perazo, right side, will go baseline, passes it out to Sampson. Now in and out again. Foxborough moving the ball well. Perazo 3, no good. Rebound, fought for.
Good rebound.
Kylie Sampson gets it, and a foul is called on the floor.
I love it when moms come out, jump up on the court. Somebody had a Band-Aid that fell off, and the mom was like, oh.
That foul will be on Gabby Rogers. That's her third for Mansfield, and that's a third team foul. Foxborough will have the ball inbounding it. And they're going to discuss this just for a couple of seconds here.
Gabby, good job, kid.
Not sure what the discussion
Yeah,
is.
I know, I was trying to figure out.
Unless they thought she was going back up for a shot, but I didn't think that she had the ball in that position.
It's like, what do you think, a station? What
Well,
do you think, Station 1, Union
Christian,
Shop?
they're going to show us here.
Let's see. Okay. I can't see it.
Well, no, she did not go back up, so I don't know what the discussion could be right now. But it's ongoing. If I had a commercial to read, I would right now. If at North TV, I do. Okay, now they will move the ball over to the other side, and Alasia will inbound the ball from the right of the basket as she's looking at the court. At some point, they will get this going again. Okay, here we go. Alasia looks to get it inbounds. It's been a long count, but they get it. And they get it out to Gia. Now gives it off to Adriana Perazo. Now back to Alasia. They can afford to take some clock if they want to right now. Rice dumps it back out. Alasia will get it back out to Rice. She'll launch the three. No good. No, it doesn't go, and Rogers gets the rebound. It had a high bounce that I thought might come back down again.
Yeah, same with me. A nice arc on that shot, by the way.
Yes, it was. I think she's going to have a lot of weapons by the time she's a junior. Maybe sooner. All right, Ali Copy has the ball knocked away on the pass by Alasia Drummonds. It'll be Mansfield ball. Sophie Klang will come back in for the Hornets. 16 seconds in the shot clock, but the big point here right now, 3:20 left in the game. And with a 13-point deficit, it's getting a little bit tense for the Mansfield Hornets. Certainly this game has opened up a little bit more than the first one between the teams.
Yeah. And Mansfield needs to, they don't need to be saving clock. They need to catch and shoot so they get more possessions. Because Foxborough is just going to bleed it.
Rogers, wild foul on jumper, but she gets the rebound and she got the shot off before.
Nope.
The ball is still live. Klang missed a shot that did hit rim, the second shot that she took. And out of bounds, a jump ball will be called, and it will be Mansfield ball, I believe, on the possession. Let me see. No, I think it's Foxborough's now. Well, let's see. The timeout has been called by Lisa Downs, I believe. No, maybe by Mel anyway. Sometimes, Christian, the game gets away from you a little bit.
Yeah.
In any case, it is 43-30 here at Foxborough High. The Warriors have the lead, and there's 2:58 left. I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No, I'm just sitting there. If you're Mansfield, you need to find a way to steal extra possessions. And if you're not getting it by stealing the ball, then you have to, create your possession needs to be shorter. You can't use up all 35 seconds of the clock. You need to use about 15. Obviously, you don't want to rush it or just play reckless, but you're down 13 points, and the way it works right now, Foxborough's not going to sit there and shoot quickly. If they do, that's not something Lisa Downs would tell them to do, even if you got a wide open shot.
Well, Foxborough has great team speed, so they can set up quickly, and then moving the ball around. They're facing a good defensive team in Mansfield, so you got to try to take some clock right now. But the Hornets have got to try to make a few. They've got to take a few chances here and try to slap away the ball if they can get back into this game.
I wouldn't be surprised if they started pressing a little bit. I know it's a outhouse or castle type of situation sometimes when you're pressing at this level, but they started the game pressing. Again,
their next game, the Warriors' next game, is at North Attleboro at the Ken Pickering Gym. That's always a joy over there. I think you'll be able to watch it on a Huddle camera if you have an account with Huddle.com. The North girls and boys usually put those games up on there when North TV isn't producing them. Kylie Sampson will inbound. This is one of those old-fashioned straight-line inbounding plays here that you don't see that much of anymore. And she will get it to Gia Perazo. Perazo will pull it back up smartly. And Adriana will have it now up top with Sophie Klang on her. Over to Gia. Jablonski has come out to cover her. Gia gets away from her, puts up the runner, doesn't go, and the rebound is pulled down by Jablonski, double teamed, but she gets the ball out to Troilo. Troilo will get the ball across quickly. The shot by Reardon from 3, no good. Rebound, Reardon almost gets it, but it comes down to Adriana Perazzo, and a foul is called. And it will be called on Jablonski, even though it was just like a little trip there. I mean, they both
body.
It both tripped over each other, but yeah, maybe a little bit of body there.
Top.
4th team foul on Mansfield, so that's the other problem right now. They might put Foxborough into the bonus, and that would pretty much sew things up for the Warriors, I would think. All right, Perazzo gets the inbound pass. Adriana, of course, almost knocked away by Sophie Klang. She gets it across in plenty of time. To Sampson. Sampson gives it to Adriana. Sorry. That was an open look for a moment for Alasia Drummonds, but she gets fouled on the way in, so she'll get to the foul line for 2.
Yeah, that's that same play they ran earlier in the second quarter. It's like a throw it to the top of the key. Here comes the guards around. Either hand it to them or take it yourself.
So this would be a shooting foul no matter what, but now Foxborough will be in the bonus as well. First shot does not go. 14 points for Alasia in the game so far. She's been really steady too of late, and that's good because there haven't been ups and downs with her. You can count on her every game. And that second one goes. 2:09 left. It's a 14-point lead for the Foxborough Warriors here. Maddie Boyle will bring the ball across. A little loose on the dribble there. Got to be careful about that. Troilo looking for some help from Jablonski on the pick. Gets the ball to the corner. That is stolen away by Adriana Perazzo. Perazzo will bring it across.
And she's telling him to slow down.
1:48 left, and this is exactly what you want to do right now. Just let the air out of the tires. But Perazzo will take the runner. It doesn't go, and Mansfield gets the rebound. Jablonski pulls it down. And a foul will be called on Adriana Perazzo as Troilo tries to get past her. That is the 4th foul on Adriana. 2 fouls team-wise on the Warriors. And the Hornets will have the full court length to go here on the inbounds play. 1:34 left.
Before the ball was in play, Lisa Downs telling everybody to deny.
Jablonski gives it off to Rogers. Rogers will get it in, and they're going to call a travel on it.
Wow.
Well, I didn't
see that one.
I thought she had the step.
Me too.
Honest, but they'll call the travel, and that takes a basket away from the Hornets, and that is probably a killer for them right now. Adriana Perazzo brings it up, gets it off to her sister, and then gets it back. Sophie Klang trying to get something happening here defensively, but Perazzo protects the ball, gets it to Alasia, and then over to Sampson, and it will still be Foxborough ball after it was knocked out of bounds by Gabby Rogers. 1:09 left. It's looking good for the Warriors right now. 14 points in that short amount of time. You don't have enough onside kicks to that.
No. And you have to tell them that you're going to do
exactly.
an onside kick
now
in the NFL.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Reaching.
All right, Adriana has it out top.
Oh, wow, that's a late foul.
Boy, that was a late call.
It's like they want him to shoot.
That is on Troilo, and that is the 3rd foul on her. And, of course, they are in the bonus, so Adriana Perazzo will go to the foul line. She has only 8 points tonight, but she's played a very, very good game in terms of her leadership out there and kind of controlling the play.
I would also say the way I think she was a spark in that 3rd quarter to start. Very aggressive on defense.
Those 2 quick baskets helped. Missed the first one here with 59.7 seconds left in the contest. The second one will bounce off as well. And the rebound, I wish I had Jablonski's rebounding stats tonight. They've got to be very good.
Yeah.
Boyle gives it off. Klang to Troilo. Troilo against 2 defenders. It goes off the rim, no good. 2 bounces and it didn't go, but Boyle gets the rebound. Hornets got to put up a shot if they're going to do anything at all here. And they will have a foul underneath, on the floor, I believe.
That was Rice.
Yes, it was. It was her 2nd foul, but this one, it looks pretty much finished, to be honest. And now this is a nice moment,
Get all
too.
the seniors in there.
Going into the game for the Warriors, Abida Abdul Latif. This will be the 5th game that she's appeared in this year. 37 seconds left. The Hornets will take the 3. No good. Rebound. Gabby Rogers gets it back out to Klang. Klang's 3 rattles in and out, and Abida gets the rebound. Good for her. Drummonds has it in the forecourt. 23 seconds left. No shot clock. Foxborough with a hard-earned win tonight over the Mansfield Hornets. They gave them a battle, but Foxborough had a little bit more of an edge the whole game. That one looking in to get Abida. Abdul Latif will travel in the lane with 7.6 seconds. They wanted her to get the basket, though.
Well, she did a nice job posting up.
Yep.
The pass was a little flat, but she had a shot.
Hornets will fall to 11-7. They have qualified for the Division II tournament. That one bounces off the rim. That's it. The final score here in Foxborough, 44-30. The Warriors defeat Mansfield, and that brings Foxborough now to 17-0 and 15-0 in the Davenport. Their last league game is Friday night at North Attleboro. Christian, your thoughts?
Well, listen, I thought that this is what championship teams do. They figure out a way to, adjust to the way the game is being played as it's being played, and I think that's what Foxborough did. Fought off a couple runs by Mansfield and really just didn't give them any hope. There was a little bit of spark there in the third quarter, but Foxborough quickly extinguished that by, getting turnovers and making shots.
Christian, how about this? What a low-scoring quarter that fourth one was. 7-2 Foxborough. The only basket was by Sophie Klang by Mansfield.
Wow.
And Alasia had 5 of the 7 in that quarter. So that's what brought the Warriors the victory tonight. And again, scrappy, hard-fought defensive game by both teams. They're both very good at that. I think Mansfield's got the possibility of a good run, but I would tell you one thing: if I'm them, I don't want to be on the same side of the bracket as Foxborough.
No,
because they would end up beating each other fairly early in the tournament if that's the case.
Yeah, and I would say that based on what I've seen this Foxborough team do in the past, I would say this is not their best scoring game.
No.
I think they missed a ton of shots. They made the ones that mattered, which is ultimately the most important thing, and they made up for it for playing really good defense. I think that kept them in this game. I mean, you just mentioned the stat. What was it, 7-4?
Yep. 7-2 in the fourth quarter. Yeah.
9 total points.
I'll tell you one thing. Foxborough, their lowest scoring game this year was 41 against Franklin. That was back the second game of the season. And, of course, they scored 46 in the win over Mansfield over there, 46-44. So here's been the 2 best battles that Foxborough's had this year, I think, against these Mansfield Hornets. But they're well prepared for a tournament run, and I think folks in Foxborough are going to be watching this team quite a way down the road.
Well, I know I will.
Yes, you will.
I will be watching you. Call it.
Well, hopefully, if
heckling
I can.
Heckling you from the stands.
The sad part this year is that when they went into Division II, I have, unfortunately, likely conflicts with the other teams I work for. So hopefully you might be able to do this for them if you want, because if I have a chance, I'd love to. But I just want to thank the folks here at Foxboro Cable Access for letting me do the job again. I wish I could do more, but I am always very busy. Again, the final score here. We will have a post-game interview, by the way, with Lisa Downs, and I think probably all of her seniors will probably come over.
That'll be good.
So, Christian, thanks a lot for working for me.
I appreciate it.
It was a lot less painful for you than when I used to stand in front of you in all those media groups over many years ago when you were a player and I was one of those grunt reporters over there. But I'm sure you enjoyed tonight. You sound like you did.
Listen, I had a blast. Thanks for having me. I'm looking forward to watching everybody in the playoffs. So,
all righty.
Congrats and good luck.
All right. Foxborough again, the winner, 44-30 over Mansfield. We'll be back with the post-game interview with Lisa Downs and the kids right after this. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Foxborough High School Gymnasium. I'm Mark Farinella with the post-game show here, and I'm surrounded by beautiful Foxborough girls here. I can't go wrong. The final score of the game tonight was Foxborough 44, Mansfield 30, and I have the seniors with me tonight, as well as Coach Lisa Downs. Of course, the seniors who are here tonight are Adriana Perazzo, Julie Atkinson, Camilla Burton, Abida Abdul Latif, and Kylie Sampson. And unfortunately, Keegan McGuire was not feeling well tonight, but certainly our thanks for her senior leadership and such. Lisa, first, a couple of quick questions for you. This was a defensive struggle tonight, and I think both teams came prepared to play it. The fourth quarter, 7-2 Foxborough. That's defense right there. Whenever the chips were down.
Yeah, and they really came along in the second half. They picked up where they needed to on defense, and good things happened when we were able to get some stops, and we were making it really difficult for Troilo to get her lanes to the basket. We really weren't giving them many looks on the perimeter as well. So they really. Gelled as a team, doubled where they needed to, and everything. Everyone rotated well in the second half, and then we were able to create some openings in the open court, which is where we like to be.
And, again, not a big night for scoring tonight, although Alasia got 15 and Rihanna Rice at 10. Somebody's going to figure out that left-handed move of hers, but it works.
Yeah. The good thing is she can go right as well. She just, it's just see what they give her.
Adriana, of course, I know you can throw up huge numbers. I mean, that's not a question. But tonight was not a night for scoring, and you did a great job, I thought, of not just even only directing things around when you were running the offense, but defensively. I mean, you had one of the top scorers in the Hockomock League. You had to face her a lot. I know you guys swapped off a lot too. But Caitlin Troilo, when she ended up with 5 points tonight, and that's well below her average. So for all of you guys, could you just talk a little bit about the defense and what it meant to have to hunker down and play that in this game?
I think it's important playing defense because offense is for me at least, I can either do really good or not so great, but defense is all just effort, and you can get a lot of offensive chances off of defensive reflection,
deflections.
Deflections.
Yeah. No,
and I did that tonight. I remember.
Transition basketball, as they call it. Certainly, the first game between these two teams was a nail biter the whole way. Now, you guys managed to get a little bit of space between you and keep it. And it was not easy because, Sadie Jablonski of Mansfield was pulling down tons of rebounds. And they weren't just – once you got down into this side of the court, you didn't give them the opportunity to get the easier shots they liked, even though Sophie Klang got hot tonight, got 11 for a while. But Troilo didn't get her three-point opportunities, and she couldn't get her drives that well either. So, was this something you guys had discussed beforehand, getting into preparing for this game from what you saw?
Yeah, I think we knew who scored the most points, so we wanted to try to limit especially Caitlin tonight, and I think we did a good job on having team defense and just making them feel uncomfortable and taking shots that they don't usually take.
Kylie had some moments out there too that I really appreciated, scrapping around and keeping that ball alive. Sometimes it was not easy at all when you've got eight sets of hands grabbing away at it, and you would manage to get it out, and you'd kick it out and you'd start the offense over again. Tell me about the effort it takes to do that.
I think for me, defense is my biggest things, and rebounding, especially because I went from a guard to a forward, so now I take pride in getting those rebounds and working hard.
It's senior night, of course, and that's why all you folks are here. And tell me what it means. If anybody has a microphone, they'd like to chip in and all this too, because it means a lot to be part of this program. I know I've covered you guys forever. I unfortunately didn't get to do as many games this year as I have in the past, but certainly I'm well familiar with Foxboro basketball, and I know what it means to be part of the program. Anybody who wants to chip in, go right ahead.
Yeah, I just love playing with this group of seniors, and I'm so lucky to have grown up with all of them, and the youth program was really good, and I think that it's showing now in high school. And yeah, special shout out Keegan McGuire. She's not here because she's sick, but we miss her a lot.
Absolutely.
And yeah, love you, Keegan.
The other thing too, I want to mention this too, because yes, you guys are the seniors, but this year this team has had to have a lot of kids step up maybe a little bit ahead of schedule. I think of Rihanna right off the bat. Bryn Allen goes down. She has to come in and play a role, and she's done very well at it. And you see other kids that are, Olivia Foscaldo, kids that are stepping up and doing good things. It's all part of the progression of the program, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it starts when they're younger kids out there, of course, so they have to step up. But I think it helps that there's a bunch of older kids out there too with them.
Let's go over the scoring real quick. I just want to, I know we're going to go to some replays shortly, but I just want to say, Adriana, you had 8 tonight. Gia had 6. Naomi, that's a kid who's been on a nice streak, off defensively and offensively. She had 3 tonight. That step back 3 of hers.
Oh, I know.
15 for Alasia tonight. Olivia Foscaldo had 2, and Rihanna Rice had 10. So with that left-handed move, somebody's going to figure that out, kid. Yep. But anyway, a good performance when you knew you were going to struggle and have to fight tooth and nail against the team that's really given you the most trouble this year in the league.
Yeah, I mean, we prepared well. I think the girls were ready, and I think the upperclassmen, set the tone for what it needed to be, and especially heading into the third quarter when it was only a 3-point lead at that time. And then once we gained a little bit of our footing out there, we didn't look back, and we just maintained that lead. I think after the first few minutes in the third quarter, which is hard to do against a team like that. That's going to be pushing you, to struggle against our, They were making us look for second and third options on our offense that sometimes we don't need to do. And once we were patient and rotated the ball around, it was pretty exactly where we needed to be.
Let's look at the highlights. Let's have one more thing to say after all this is done. But let's take a look at Alasia popping in a 3, which is a nice shot for her. I thought she was on the line a little bit there, though. Close. There we go. This is what the whole thing worked for tonight, is getting that ball away and getting the ball down and transition quickly.
Yep, definitely. Those loose balls are just gonna, pay dividends. So.
Yep. The thing is, your team speed is great, but when you get caught in a half-court game, I think you were moving the ball around very well tonight.
Yes. Yep. They and that's something that we do work on quite often, and just. They're reading where each other are on the court extremely well right now, which is exactly where that trajectory should be at this point in the season. So,
Adriana, you love that little runner, don't you?
She's very good at it.
You do love that, I can tell. You outscored Mansfield 22-11 in the second half. Now, normally that's a quarter for you guys,
right?
But tonight, when the going got tough, the tough had to get going, didn't they?
Absolutely.
Okay, tournament run coming up, but first you got to get through your own tournament, and of course North Attleboro too. I will be joining you for some of the hopefully for the entire Foxboro Classic, the Warrior Classic, which you haven't had for a while down here. So it's be good to be here to see that. Some good teams coming in. Guys, my congratulations to you, even though you did beat my alma mater tonight. I always have to remind you that you're beating Mansfield. That kind of hurts a little bit, but I do love your program, so I certainly have no problems with that. That's it here from Foxborough. The final score once again was the Foxborough Warriors 44 and the Mansfield Hornets 30. The Warriors are now 17-0. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
All right,
and to all the seniors,
thank you.
Thank you.
Good job, guys.
Adriana got